One of understanding my mental paralysis. Mm, so he's my quagmire. At first, I wasn't in employment. I was a graduate. I finished campus, that is university. I did my PhD in public health. I didn't get a job. At first, I wanted the business world, so I focused on the business world. Did hustles here and there, business wise, farming, and then last year I got a job. I applied, and then one referral leads to another, and pop, I had a job. So I went and did my job. The the work environment. I started analyzing. I started understanding. I now understood why people in employment didn't want to get out of employment. I at first it was cultural shock. I didn't understand the job environment. In the business world, you're more focused um, on results, but in the job market, it's more pacifying egos, pleasing this master, the other one. I was in shock. I got a shock, and then the company that I was currently still working for, because I haven't resigned. Um, their culture. It's a very, let's say, a startup. So everyone is here. You're there with the founder, the director. You're there. It's a very close knit. So it's very easy to get personal. When someone does something wrong to you, you internalize it. You're like, why can't you see the goal? The goal is, let's say, I'm in construction, so the goal is, let's say, we're building a house. So for me, I went in with, in business, it's not structured. That is why people keep on insisting, go to employment, go to employment, go to employment. Okay, rather my circle was constantly insisting that, oh, farming is risky, business is risky, I'd rather come to employment, it's easier. Da, da. So I figured out before I even went into employment that people have it figured out. Their structures, like I thought it was very organized. So 6 months into the employment, I had already registered 2 companies. One of them I had bought from a friend. I would see so many gaps. I would analyze everything. I'd analyze how you relate with the client, body expression, what someone says in an email, you know? And I would see so many gaps and be like, no, I went different. I went different. It doesn't make sense. Then why are you so, then why people are stuck in employment yet? It's very disorganized in my view. It's very disorganized. And then came the trap, the salary trap, rather the incentive after you've worked hard for someone for 30 days. They pay you something, okay? So you spend the whole time there, you've solved their problems, then you're making the millions, and then you're not getting close to that. So it didn't make sense to me. So I was just analyzing, and then I'm like, why do people stay in employment so much? Then I was like, once I'm going home for my leave, I'm not coming back. I'm going to do a business. I'm going to start, have experience. I have previous years experience. Da, da, da. And then this time, before I didn't have a company, I was just freelance. I was just doing it, like you register a business name and that's it. So this time, I have a company, KRA, everything. I am sorted. Okay, name, nini. I have everything. I've done everything. So I'm home 2 weeks down the line, and the mental paralysis of analyzing hits me again. And I'm like, I don't want to go back to employment because I think of going back and I feel sick. I feel tired. I'm like, am I going to do this for the next 30 years? And then that person is just building generational wealth for their family. I'm not doing that because I don't even have time for my own things. The money is so small. And then I'm like, if I hop from company A to company B, it's still the same thing. Time is the essence. I'm wasting so much time hopping from company A to company B in the name of getting an extra 10, 20, 30,000. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'm not going. But the mental paralysis in my mind, I'm overanalyzing everything. And then I'm like, what business is good? What can I say? Because I've been working for over a year. Once you start focusing on other things, somehow it's like how you're being told, revise for exams, and then you're thinking, why? Because I've gone sat through a class, I'm going to do. The more information you have, the more overload you have, and you tend to forget. Not necessarily forget, but it's at the back of your mind, unless you sit down and really consciously think about it and remind yourself, you tend to somehow forget some of the information. So in my mind, I'm like, I want to go back to farming. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. And then I'm like, is it the right thing to do? Will I hack it? What is now good? What is better? What is easier now that I have a company? And the mental paralysis just hits me. And so I'm seated there and then I'm frustrated and I'm like, something needs to give. I'm not lacking in ideas. I'm not lacking in, I can do this because I have done dairy, I have done chicken, I have done tomato production, I have done traditional veggies, I have sold in a shop. hmm I have done pig farming, I have done goat farming. Um, Basically, I have tried a couple of 1, 2, 3 things. I've sold clothes. I've worked with my parents on still agriculture, but on the feed side. I've run a portion mill. I've run a shop. I've run um, um, ice cream. I sold ice cream for my dad. Hmm, what else? What else? Feed formulation. I have done feed formulation, and I understand all those businesses in one way or another. But I cannot seem to decide on exactly which one I am going to lay my eggs and be like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So that is where the mental paralysis comes in. I overanalyze everything, but I don't know. I don't have a solution to it as of now. All I'm doing is I'm giving myself 90 days to see where my mental health is at. Because if job wise, I'm feeling like if I'm working for someone else, I'm wasting so much time. And I don't have an idea that is good enough for me. I'm just wasting a lot of time circling around back between employment, self employment, employment, self employment. I have a company that is not lacking. I have everything, but I can't pinpoint exactly what I want to do for the rest of my life. And time is running. I need a solution, so I've decided to do a 90-day challenge. 90 days, 90 days, 3 months. Wow. I'll be sharing my thoughts every day. How I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. And then we see how it goes. I don't have a destination. I don't have mm, an end goal. I just want to push myself mentally to a point where I can really actually understand myself and see what I finally settle down to do. For the next 90 days, no job applications, no interviews. I'm not starting any business. I'm just, um, I'll just take a video every day of how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I, I'll, let's see where it goes, you know? Um, let's stop over analyzing. I'm told it's over analyzing. So I'm trying to stop, and I want to see if I took a chance on myself and got myself unstuck. You know, the mental paralysis of sticking to something, deciding and sticking to something. So walk the journey with me. Content is more structured. I have to stay consistent for the next 90 days. I don't have money at the moment. Oh gosh. If I'm broke, I'm broke. You can see I haven't made my hair in a while. But I believe some journeys are just important, you know? Because I can postpone this and later get to 50 and I still don't know who I am. I still don't know what I want to do the rest of my life. I believe the earlier the better. I don't know if it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be rewarding. All I know is that let's see where it goes. I honestly don't know anything. I don't want to preempt that I know or overanalyze or I have a destination or I know what I'm creating or I know where my channel is gonna go or this channel or even this content is of use to someone, but here I am and let's see where 90 days are gonna get us. So this is day one. This is on 20th of February 2026. This is my first video. This is me accepting that I have a problem. Over analyzing. I am an over analyzer. I am the person that will analyze even when I send a cover letter, an email. What will this person think about me? What message am I trying to send? What are the implications of what I have put across, you know? I don't know if it's a problem, if it is a good thing, but I'm also trying to understand myself and why I have to overanalyze everything. So, bye.